Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to Beautiful Phoenix Spiritual Coaching and Tarot. My name is Candace. Welcome to the channel. Today I have some channel messages, and I'm going to pull some oracles as well. But before we get started, I want to plug my main channel, which is called Beautiful Phoenix LLC. And that channel is geared towards individual zodiac signs when it comes to love. So if you're, interested in that, wanted to get some info when it comes to your love life by your zodiac sign or your person's zodiac sign, that is the channel to go to. I do love readings over here as well, but mainly on the other channel. So that is called Beautiful Phoenix LLC. All right, so let's get started. Now, today is June 1st, 2025. And the time is 6:58 a.m. And I don't know where I'm going with this or where Spirit wants me to go with this, but I'm just going to take this message. You can apply it on a global scale. I feel like it's on a global scale, but you can apply it into your personal life as well. So, and it could be both. All right, so, and I done wrote things down, and I don't know, all over the places. I don't think it's really cohesive at all, but we're going to see how this goes. So, in the book of Daniel, and I hopefully saying these names right, okay? I'm going to talk about the symbolism when it comes to King Nebuchadnezzar, I want to say this name, and Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego. All right. So that may be significant in some way. All right. So let's go. I'm going to start on this side because it's a lot. All right. So there may be some type of rise and fall of empires in this world. All right, there's something when it comes to the unchecked human power or, ego, greed, arrogance, and things of that nature, pride and power. Yeah, so there is some type of rise and fall of empires, and it has something to do with unchecked human power and pride. All right, so I wrote, no matter the power one has on the 3D in the world, one is still a tool of God, and judgment will be served. This is part of the fulfilling of prophetic purpose. So this is this person or person's purpose when it comes to their life or their path on this earth, on this 3D scale. So there's something about being obedient and arrogance. Or no, not obedience. You should be obedient. But disobedience and arrogance and pride and power. I don't know. Take that how it resonates. Take it how it resonates. But people need to understand that you need to stay encouraged, to have faith, and courage, and trust in God when forced with persecution. Whatever you decide to do, whatever your beliefs are, stay, diligent with that, regardless of the pressure of others. Don't fail on your beliefs, even when there is no guarantee of success or that people will listen. No, I'm just kidding. Just stay firm in your beliefs, and and stay authentic to yourself. Standing up for your values regardless of the pressure of others. Staying authentically you. But yeah, I put don't fall on your beliefs even when there is no guarantee of success or things will work out. Stand firm in your beliefs. So I don't know what that could mean for you, but it has meaning for all of us in some way. But yeah, that is the message. That's the channel message that I have. I don't know. Everybody is, there's some type of prophetic purpose, judgment that is going on, and it will be served, because there's a lot of things going on in the world where there's a lot of disobedience and arrogance and pride and power when it comes to human behavior. And that's going to be like pride and arrogance and power is going to be the fall of a lot of people. Because people be having this unchecked, power. Or it's like people have a lot of yes men or women, and they don't be held accountable for their choices and their decisions towards others, towards humankind, or towards the world. Whether it's on the human to human, or animals, or just earth in general. Yeah, it's a hot freaking mess, okay? So you're going to start seeing the rise and fall of empires because of humans' behavior, for sure. All right, so let's start with the Starseed Oracle. I keep, I've gotten that message far as I'm not a devout Bible reader at all. But for me, the Bible for me is a tool. And when I'm guided to, look deep into a verse, a scripture, I follow suit. I try to be obedient as possible when I get messages, from the divine. And yeah. All right. So let's see what is the message for the collective. I feel like this is for those who, we all are on a path to our purpose. This is for those who may be on a spiritual journey. We all are, in a sense, but people who know they are following their divine purpose. This message is for you. As far as the cards. Now, that particular message it can be for anybody. That's, collectively. Alright, messages for the collective. Alright, so we're going to pray over this reading because I feel like it really needs prayer. Okay. Most High God, Spirit guides, ancestors, please give me clear messages for the collective for their highest good as they go on the journey. May they be protected and guided along the way. Amen. Alright. I feel like I should say more. Alright, so no matter your place in the world, what your beliefs are, Christian, like I'm a person, I don't care what you believe. Period. And that's where, some people, I don't know, to each his own. Me personally, I don't care what one believes. I don't care if you're Muslim, Jewish, Christian, Hindu, I don't care. Okay? We're all in this world together as human beings. Collective conscious is a thing. We're all is just trying to find our way in our path. So I pray everybody gets to that place in their life to where they're at peace. They're at ease. You may not be a multimillionaire. That may not be your path. That may not be your calling. But to find peace of mind, staying authentic to you, no matter what your beliefs is. Just like in the channel message, you know, whatever your beliefs is, people will persecute you. Heck, I'm spiritual. I grew up Christian. I went to Christian church. And I've said it before, I just never felt like it was right. But I was a child. I was, you know, this is my upbringing. This is what my parents, my grandparents did. So they, you know, traditionally, what they was taught, they taught me, and so on and so forth. And there's something about breaking traditions. There could be something about breaking the mold when it comes to your beliefs as well. But no matter what your beliefs are, we are still part of the divine consciousness. We are still part of, you know, we all have our part and our role to play in this world. 12:21 on the timer. So, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to say that. Alright, so let's see. What is the message? I'm going to do 2 cards. I don't really want this to go on too long. Alright. Your life is a canvas. Creative accountability, artist, and manifestation. One more card for the collective. I feel like I should pull another deck. Okay. I don't know. I want to do 2 cards, but I'm about to see. Some come out. If not, I'm just going to keep that one. Okay. The 7 stars. If the previous reading, the 7 sisters in that goddess, African goddess rising oracle came out. Birthing, creation, tapestry of life, expression. All right, I'm about to pause real quick. Okay, I'm back. So, in the other video, the previous video, the 7 sisters came out. That's trippy to me. But, alright, let's pull something from this deck. I'm going to try to do all this at one time. Alright, so, soulmates, and by the book. It's giving me soul tribe. Alright. Messages for the collective spirit. Look, the face. I'm telling you, something is faded. What is the message for the collective? try not to make this go long. Don't pray on. This is just for the collective. Okay. Okay. 3 cards came out. And clean up at the bottom of the deck. Alright, and this is more so like my, I would say, my ancestral deck. Or, I don't know. I'm going to come out with this. I'm drawn to this. And I haven't used this deck in a while. So at the bottom of the deck is Spirit Speaks. My water. And this seems to be a very divine spiritual message. Purposely set aside time to connect with spirit, ancestors, and angels to receive their wisdom and guidance. So this may be what one should do. Alright. Oh God. The boogeyman always give me the devil card. Alright. Too many cards, but I'm taking all of them. What's at the bottom of this deck? And none of these might be all different messages. So, oh my God, I'm just, what the hell? I see the Justice card, get together, growth. Oh my God, just too much. Prayer warrior, teacher, cards on the table. Prayer warrior, keep it classy. So, Spirit wants you to keep it classy. There's something that you are teaching. I don't know, something about prayer. You could, and protection. I don't know, you could be praying. You could be teaching kids how to pray. Not necessarily. You just be teaching values in, in lessons in your kids or children may be significant. Okay. I'm not going to read the bottom of the deck because all the cards fell off and they got me. So, forget it. Alright, so, this stupid vein is like irritating me. So, we're going to start with your life is a canvas and the 7 sisters. Now, intuitively, I kind of know what these cards mean. Kind of. I don't use these cards very often. But I rarely use all these cards consistently, period. So I'm always moving around when it comes to different cards. So whatever I'm drawn to, that's what I use. So the 7 sisters in your life is a canvas. This could be something you birthed in, something you creating. You could be an artist. of some sort. But there's something you're creating, something you're birthing, something you're trying to manifest, and it's a part of your life's path. It's whatever you're trying to express. It's a part of your expression. You could dance. But understand that there is an accountability as well when it comes to whatever you're trying to create and birth. So with that, like, accountability is you have to hold yourself to a certain standard, because I don't know, it's something you could be, teaching others. It's going to be this information, whatever it is you birthing, other people is going to see it. So there has to be some type of integrity, morals attached to it. All right, so this is the wrong book. All right, so Seven Sisters was the first one. All right, and I don't have glasses at this time, so I can barely see, but I be trying to read these stuff, but I don't have my glasses on, and I'm supposed to wear them. 22:11 on the timer. Okay, so birthing, creation, tapestry of life expression. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life, whatever. If you're drawn to this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness, and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is a card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet, to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book. Or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home or in a way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present, and the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. So if you're going back and forth about what you want to create, or this can just be saying that that's a part of being Okay, so I had to do something real quick. So let's get to it. I'm going to pull from this goddess, African goddess rising. I was being drawn to pull out that Seven Sisters card. So I'll do that in a little bit, but hopefully I remember. All right, so let's go. So we have 38, 9, and 5. To be fair, Treasure Island, and Orphan. This gives me like justice. It's got the owl on there, so that's like wisdom. So there's some type of justice that is going to come in for you. And it could have to do with your finances. There could have been like some financial loss. This gives me, Orphan gives me like 5 of Pentacles for some reason. But God is right here. Like, I just now noticed this. Is this a bird? Well, yeah. Like on top of this, the nest is on top of this stone. But not understanding that there is a face on there. God is holding you up, whether you know it or not. You may feel alone, but you're not alone. You are being guided. Something is about to come into balance when it comes to your finances. Could be your love life as well, but this ain't a love reading. All right, so let's go to be fair. Turn right to it. All right. So, balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. All right. This is the card. And it says, the message for this card, life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from status to doing, from discovering loving to letting go to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universal justice adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed. All right, so there could be some like imbalance with your finances, ebbs and flows. I said that before in another message. That could have been on my other channel. But understand that life has its challenges. That's just life. So whatever challenges you're going through, understand that things will get better. Things will balance itself out. All right. So I'm going to read the protection message of this card. Injustice and inequality are part of life, but they do not have to define your experiences. This is a time when you may observe an injustice, right it, and fairly redressed, I guess. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else, or are called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it, because you can make a difference. One thing is for certain: if fairness is your intentions, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. So I feel like you may be one of those people. You could be a humanitarian of some sort. You fight for the inequality of others, for the quality of others. When it comes to injustices, the inequality of someone's life, you fight for justice. You believe in fairness. This is really piggybacking off of that reading, that my channel message, in a sense. All right, so Treasure Island. So I'm going to just read the prosperity of all this. No, well, not the prosperity, protection. But I'm going to read the prosperity because I did say something about finances. Now is the time for even exchange. Justice will prevail. You will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock on how you're compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recomposed. I guess that ain't no whatever. Recompense. Keep this as your truth, and so it will be. So there's something about being fair to yourself. If you have to, you may have contracts that you need to negotiate. There could be some type of legal settlement coming in. It would be a fair exchange for some. All right, so Treasure Island, but I'm going more on the protection message of this card because of the message earlier when it comes to my channel message. All right, so Treasure Island. That's the card. The law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the result of positive thinking, made manifest, abundance appearing as it come from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. All right, the oracle message is you've worked hard and it acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tap the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way. Now, as you enter this truly prosperous phase, we're all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life, at this time you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy and share it with others, as treasure share multiplies like magic. All right, so you're at a prosperous time in your life. Like you could have got, some of you, not all, could have got some money through some type of negotiation, legal rewards. I don't know. But there could just be some balance coming in when it comes to your finances. And I feel like it's divine. The divine stepping in and giving you some balance when it comes to your finances. All right, so the protection of this card is poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough cast the shadow on your path. These ideas or core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself as a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you have acquired? So you hold on so tight that you miss opportunities to expand. You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitation to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. All right, so some of you guys need to change your mindset when it comes to your finances. Yeah, some of you could be stuck in your head about finances, thinking things will not balance itself out, but it will. You need to get out this poverty conscious mindset. But I feel like some of you could be like humanitarians, and you fight for justice for those who can't fight for themselves, especially when it comes to causes like poverty. Okay. So the last card is Orphan. All right, Orphan. A sense of loss and identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. All right, the oracle message is we are all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when a part of you rather than separate from you is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others you like, mind, and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. All right, so all right, so the protection message for this card is the shadow side of this card speaks to this essence of abandonment. Excuse me. Perhaps you feel the need to remain apart because of intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliance you've formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them is disappointment. Oh, hold on. Not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. All right, so some of you feels like that if you abandon a family situation, possibly you will lose some type of finances, like legal I don't know. You may feel like you legally binded to be in a situation for some, and if you leave it, you might lose, some money. That ain't for everybody. Different messages. I feel like Spirit is trying to give you some wisdom and guide you along the way. Is this? Oh, darn. And I can't pause. I'm using this particular app where I can't pause this video without starting another video, and it's annoying. And I think I should have turned on this. We're going to see how long that takes. But anyhow, that's what I get. All right, so I'm going to pull that card in a minute. So these cards down here are like spirit like your ancestors or spirit guides that are wanting me to give you different messages when it comes to, things that are generational, things that's going on with family dynamics, things that you are, just spiritual messages, ancestral messages. So the crazy thing, we got the Hierophant, the First Lady, and the Pastor. This is given High Priestess and Hierophant energy, okay? Divine partners. Somebody got some toxic cousins or an aunt. Possibly. Because we got the boogeyman right here. It says boogeyman. This is the boogeyman card. I don't know. Somebody could have an aunt that, or a cousin. Listen, this ain't gonna be for everybody. Adults with bad intentions can exploit young people who are not yet mature enough to recognize the danger. Look for red flags. So, I don't know if as a child or a child could have, some cousins or aunt or whatever had bad intentions with them. I don't know. Or you needing to, or there's some type of, there's like, the boogeyman gives me like the devil card. There's some toxic family members that someone could have. It could be a mother, aunts and cousins, like women family members that could be toxic. And there's a need to clean up. I forgot about it. I'll go back to that card. Lord. Whew. Alright, so yeah. I don't know if you got, some of you could have like real religious family. You could come from a family that you could have a father figure that's a pastor. Education. Okay, so I'm going to read these cards. I'm going to show you the cards. This is first cousins. You see they are women, right? Auntie, first lady, grandma's kitchen, education, and pastor. All right, so there could be a lesson that's being learned because, the Hierophant is, for me, it talks about lessons. It talks about community. It talks about conformity. But, okay, let's go to a red boogeyman. Okay, we got first cousins. Our experiences, values, and emotions are often shared, and we understand each other better than anyone else. Then we have auntie. Aunts are often unconditional, loving, and supportive. First lady. A pastor's wife is there to support and be approachable to those in need. Grandma's kitchen. The kitchen is a peaceful sanctuary where everything in the world seems fine. It blocks out all troubles, dramas, and hardships. Education. Acquire and distribute information. Improve your analytical abilities. Hone your capacity to make sound judgment. And then pastor. Your influence can positively change your community. Share your insight, expertise, and spiritual guidance to make a positive impact. All right, so there could be some type of influence you can have. If I can put it like this. You could have, there is something that, some type of education you have or you need to acquire to improve your influence when it comes to your community. There's some type of insight you have, expertise you have, could be spiritual, and it can make a positive impact on your community. But there is a need to acquire more information or improve your abilities. And there's also a place you probably need to go to clear your mind and have and make it, as you learn, wherever you go to improve your whatever you're learning, there you need to have a space to where it's peaceful, where it blocks out any drama that you may have or disruption, like people any disturbance. All right, distractions. I don't know. Some of y'all may have women in your family that are a distraction, that has nothing but drama going on in their life. They toxic. And there may be a need to separate from, I don't know, man. Separate from these women. I feel like you could be breaking away from this situation, making a decisive decision to, you know, move away. I don't know. That's for some. That ain't the message. Like I said, also, I mean, really, that is a mess. That ain't gonna be for everybody, because that is actually the message that I'm getting. Somebody has some taxing. Maybe he is a taxing. Taxing is more like, I don't know, something with your finances, like you giving too much or something. Okay, I had to stop, but I said something about taxing. I don't know if you could have female family members. You could be a man, because the man is separate from all these women. I don't know, but and I said something about taxing. So taxing is like finances, and I said something about finances up here. Oh, God. So somebody could have 7 sisters. I don't know. Or have 4 sisters. And an aunt and a mother. Anyway, or have an aunt that's like a mother. Whatever. I'll keep saying whatever because it can be just different for everybody. But I don't know. Somebody has some toxic female family members. So they could be cousins, they could be sisters, they could be aunts, they could be mothers. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like you might be a man that is learning to separate from their toxic female family members. There's always some type of drama. There's always something. And I got taxing, so there could be something about finances. I don't know if you be giving money to these people, like over giving. Listen, I don't know. And you trying to make a judgment call. You learning to make a sound decision on changing how you deal with your family members. That's what I get. And clean up right here. Yeah, I think 21 is the world, right? And it's like, I feel like you are ending cycles. You ended something. You cleaning up. Let me go ahead and read that. And then I'm going to get so we can just hurry up. This is a long take. Don't mind me. It's still early. I told you what time it was in the very beginning. It's still early in the morning. It's 8:15 now. Okay, 21. All right. It says getting to the core of a situation, freedom from burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. I'm telling you. The oracle message is, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Also, too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item can place natters away at you. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved sentiment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unbathed, listen, whatever. I ain't even about to go there. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. I feel like whoever this person is, whoever you are, or whoever this is for, this is specific. So clearly this ain't gonna be for everybody. There you are, like cleaning house. I don't know if you be helping people with bills, like hardships that they're going through. There's some there's some type of drama. Toxicity. It's the braces, y'all. I'm about to get these hoes off. Okay, anyway. All right. I'm going to read the relationship message. Because this is giving me the relationship with some women, or some people that you connected with. Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say, what's on your mind? Sweep away the old stuff so that the spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory on your dynamic and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Excuse me. All right. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered, whatever. You know what I'm saying. And your relationship will flourish. So there is a need to speak your mind when it comes to certain dynamics. It is time to take inventory of what is needed and what is not. All right, so the protection message for this card is, is it possible you may be focusing too much on other people right now? Trying too hard to be helpful? I feel like I'm getting some juice. Somebody don't want me to talk. Nah, I'm always coughing. I guess somebody don't never want me to speak. So I keep my water on deck. All right. Trying too hard to be helpful. Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens. But what is it costing you and costing to them? Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of their responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors. And you just might be adding an even greater strain on yourself. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. I know that's right. Clock that T, God. Clock that T. That was a word for somebody. You don't need to be needed to be loved. You are loved as you are. So there could be somebody that is overgiving when it comes to family members, especially women in their family. They're toxic. There could be a lot of drama. You could be, I said taxing. And I feel like somebody don't want to leave family members out in the cold, especially when it comes to finances. And like, I don't know, it's something with finances. I don't know what creation and canvas and birthing tapestry and I don't know. Somebody could have, I don't know, do something creative or have a business, take it how it resonates. I don't know. Anywho, let me go to this card and then we're going to end it because this has been going on a little too long. And I said I didn't want this to go on, but yet here we are. And the Starseed Oracle that I'm using, now something told me like, Candace, flip that deck over. Messenger is underneath this deck, and I didn't look. Usually I always look at least one of the cards. Harmony and balance is like the Justice card, like this card, to be fair card. They look just alike. Let me find this card. Here we go. Creativity. 7 sisters. And 12. Goddess of Creativity. New Orleans. Something about New Orleans. I've been getting Louisiana and New Orleans for the longest time. For years now. I mean, when I say years, probably for a while. So I don't know if you live or somebody live in New Orleans, or that could be significant in some kind of way. Either way, the 7 sisters were a mystical New Orleans family of identical masters, psychics, and conjuring women who never aged. But were they? Were they 7 sisters, one shape-shifting woman, or 7? Time will never tell. All right, the guidance for this card is create, create, create. You come from conjurers and creators. Your blood remembers. Use your gifts to multiply your magic. You are a cosmic cretex and creative force. The embodiment for this card is you are a divine nation within one person. How creative do you allow yourself to be? Break out of your comfort zone and into your creative fertility. You have the power that creates planets. So yes, you are creative. No one else's opinion matters here. So, I don't know. Somebody's opinions, you need not to be worried about. I don't know what this creation can be. But whatever you are trying to create, let no one tell you what you should do, how you should do it, if you should do it, or if you shouldn't do it. It's something about no one else's opinion matters here but yours. So whatever you want to do is what you want to do. It doesn't, have to be creative. This could be all sort of kind of one message. I don't know. Let your inner child play to awaken your creativity. Creating is birthing, is manifesting. So something you are manifesting. The declaration for this card, I am a creative visionary. So, I don't know. Something about 7 sisters. Maybe you should look up, do some research on that. Maybe I should as well. I did some, and I didn't write nothing down. I was just listening. So maybe that's me needing to do more research on the Seven Sisters and write things down. I don't know. Either way, that is the message. That download, like I said, could be on a global scale or personal or birth or both. God help my brain. Anyway, let me do this messenger. What? I know it's like, this is entirely too long. But I'm about to edit this, the first video, because I know it does need to be edited. Here we go. All right, messenger. This is the card. And it looked just like, to be fair. Like, that's crazy. Messenger. Bringing harmony and balance. You're part of a lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet. To returning time, and again to see the light. The crystalline ones. The ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in. To honor both the sacred feminine and masculine. First lady and pastor. So there could be something about the divine masculine and divine feminine. Divine partnership. All right, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius, often appearing as a shade of blue. Now, if you listen to one of my videos, it's probably like 3 or 4 videos back. I think I talked about it on my other channel like a year or 2 ago. But when I started my spiritual path, I had my spiritual awakening. And I talked about it before, so I'm not even going to deep dive into it. I'm just going to briefly just bring this up because of the shade of blue. Appearing a shade of blue. When I was going through my awakening, I was just chilling in my house at the time. And it was, I don't know, it was nighttime, but I don't know, you know, what time it was. And I was watching TV and all the lights was out and I was watching TV. But my kitchen light was on because I always, you know, keep the kitchen light on, you know, over, you know, the little night light thing that us people do. A lot of people probably do it. But anyway, and something told me to look over to the, you know, my dining room and kitchen area because they were like connected. It was like an open space. That was how the structure of the house was. And I looked and I seen this big old blue orb just floating. It sounds crazy. People probably like, she done tapped all the way out. But no, it was real. Okay? If you know, you know. And it was just hovering. I wasn't scared. It was like a sense of peace. It was blue, bulb of light. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I could have connected to Ascended Master. That's why I read it up. I don't know. It was something. And it wasn't a bad thing. All right, so the shade of blue, they hold a frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energy exists within us all. So this could be just balance within self because we all hone in to the masculine and feminine energy, right? You're being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. A rebalance of the rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all, a returning of their sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there, and so on and so forth. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. All right, so we all have this ability, this energy within us, masculine and feminine. And sometimes there could be an imbalance. You could be just overly masculine or overly feminine. So masculine, more of a protector, driven by finances, stability. So maybe somebody could be overworking. I think that came out in the cards. Overworking, more practical, and there's a need to tap into your emotions. And you could be a feminine who is it could be like, yeah, feminine who's too emotional, and there's a need to balance your emotions. You don't be overly emotional. Maybe you need to tap into that masculine energy, focusing on your stability, but not too much so where there's an imbalance. There's something about balancing your logic and your emotions within. So if this is some type of love reading, because I did touch on it just a little bit, there's a need. Your masculine, your divine masculine is needed to tap into their emotions. And if you're the masculine, your divine feminine need to tap into their logic. It doesn't have to necessarily be stability. It may play a part, but to be more logical than emotional. So that could be what you're going through with each other, if you are together or not together. And I'm thinking maybe you're not with your, maybe y'all in separation. But yeah, so let me do, this was a little deep, really deep. This is going to be the longest. I said the last one was going to be long, but honey, this is going to be long. So all these messages may be different for everybody, whoever come past these videos. But I feel like, I don't know, it's meant for people. I will be getting it. Okay, so 2 cards. This card always come out. This one says, these are funny. I want to lighten the mood a little bit, okay? The secret to being a good human is learning not to take your shit out on others. So somebody need not to take their shit out on others. We go through things. There's something about balancing your emotions. Some, frustration. All right, the other one is, if you wouldn't say it to your friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. All right, so changing your mindset. Changing your self-talk. Affirmations is something that somebody needs to really start incorporating in their daily life. I love affirmations. That's my shit. Okay, I write on my little board over here affirmations on my little dry eraser board. The same message been on there for like a month or two. But abundance and prosperity is my birthright. That's my affirmation that I wrote on there. But anyway, learning to shut the fuck up is a life-changing skill. So somebody needs to shut the fuck up. There is a time and a place to express your feelings. Yeah, I think I just like your self-talk and how you talk to others. Like somebody could talk crazy, reckless. You probably need to shut the fuck up. It's a life-changing skill. There's a time and place to express your feelings. But that's usually after you've taken some deep breaths, maybe like a million of them. Once you figured out what the difference is between your shit, their shit, and just shit that happened, not every emotion deserves an action. Sometimes you just gotta feel shit. Take note and let it move through you. If you're speaking when agitated or afraid, you're usually taking your shit out on others. Harming someone else will never make you feel better. It's just fucking won't. So when you're upset and you're agitated, there's a need to check yourself. Breathe a million times. Do a couple of woosahs. You know, don't take out your frustrations on other people. You know, I'm the one to talk. You know, I'm one of them people that hold in a lot of things. It will take a lot, and then I'll pop off and I'll blow up, and you be like, where did this come from? And I'll be talking about all kind of things that I held in. So that's one thing that I am working on. But somebody gets mad and agitated and just talk shit. And Spirit says, learn to shut the fuck up. And if you wouldn't want nobody to say it to you, don't say it to somebody else. Okay? That may be the message. All right? So if you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. So there could also be another message about self-talk. Check your thoughts with the simple test. When you catch yourself being a jerk, who is this person? Somebody is a jerk, an asshole, and talk shits to people. Like, for real. Anyway, respond the way you would if someone was saying that shit to your boyfriend, your best friend. A simple bitch please usually does the trick. Today, say as many bitch pleases as possible to yourself as you need to shut your jerk down. So maybe you need to tell yourself, bitch please, calm down. Or you need to tell somebody else, if you don't shut the bitch please, would you shut the fuck up? I don't know. Somebody. Jesus. Yeah, that's the message. So take it how it resonates. Take it all. Take some of it. Take 10% of it, 5%, 1%, 90%, 100%, whatever. That's the message. So with that being said, let me do my quick plug. I do have another channel, my main channel, which this might end up being my main channel. But it's called Beautiful Phoenix LLC. That channel is geared towards individual readings by zodiac signs when it comes to love. So you can check that out. Once again, that's called Beautiful Phoenix LLC. Go, subscribe, please. Share, like the vids. And yeah. I'm done. So go forth through your day. Be that badass person you are. Elevating, ascending, being a better version. Every day you wake up, God gave you the gift of life. Take that shit by the balls and be the best version of yourself that you can be. All right, learn from yesterday. Because you have the opportunity for a better you today. All right. So with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Go to the other channel as well. Like, share, and subscribe to that one too. And until next time, beautiful people. Bye.